Rubbin and Racin Motorsports is live here at Sawmill Speedway for the running of the NASCAR Thunder 114. And as you can see, the car is out on the track right now making their laps. This is a road course, I think about 11 turns. Custom racetrack. And as you can see, it's highly detailed in its design. Got it from this view here. Lots of trees. So enough of that, we're going to look at some of these cars as they make their rounds. There's Sean Fay and number 24 Liberty University Chevrolet. As he makes his way, I think this is coming across the line. Yes, it is. There's Adam Harrington along with the 53. He was a rookie last week. I don't remember what his name is. But that doesn't mean we don't have any entries. Alright, so we have Jonathan Fitzwater, who's going to be a rookie in this race today in the 05. Kurt Scott in the 15. Adam Harrington in the 20. Sean Fay in the 24. Aiden Fife, that's his name, in the 53. David Alvarez in the 68. And Rob Evans in the 88. Yes, Rob Evans is back this weekend. He was absent last weekend, but he is here today. And oh my goodness, I think we still don't have the 15 of Kurt Scott's paint scheme. So it's just this one, of course. But those seem to be the only 4 cars out on the track right now. Aiden Fife goes into the outside wall. Adam Harrington there, going into pit road, presumably. Yes, he is. So we have 11 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in this practice session right now. We see Sean Fay still out there making laps. Right now on top of the leaderboard is the 68 of David Alvarez with a 1:05.302. That is 1 full second ahead, almost a full second ahead, second place right now of Adam Harrington. So it should be a very interesting race. 5th and 6th place are a full 3 seconds behind 4th place, starting at 1:11.184. So it doesn't look like, unless something changes with their setups, might not be a very good race day for them. Nothing really going on in the race chat right now. Oh, and Sean Fay completely snapped around there. Might have saved it. Should be fine. His tires might be a little bit worn after that, but doesn't go down pit road. Just keeps on trucking. Oh, and there's David Alvarez in another paint scheme. Looks like, I think that will be a 711 paint scheme. There's Kurt Scott, of course, in his brilliant pink car. I'm wondering if I even want to change it at this point, because everybody's pretty familiar with this car at this point. I mean, I've downloaded all the schemes that he's tried to make me download. Just can't work. I don't know what's up with it, but unfortunately, this paint scheme is not available. And he is the only one that I've really had trouble with so far. address that with him after this. Adam Harrington disconnected for some reason. It's unfortunate. He's second on the leaderboard. So 7 cars to decide this race. One of which hasn't made a lap yet. That is Jonathan Fitzwater, the rookie. He's apparently been in multiple series in our 2003 online, so should be a pretty competent racer. He did make an appearance, I believe, in the NASCAR Classic Cup Series last week. And I believe, yes, that was at Watkins Glen. So, either that or it was the, I think it was actually the truck race. The Keystone Light Super Truck Series at Watkins Glen 2017. So there's that. There's Aiden Fife in the 53. After that very controversial wreck at Armory Digital. Blocked the whole field while trying to keep his lap and caused a pretty big wreck, which pretty much resulted in the 68th win. He's right now shown in the last position, 6th place. And there's Rob Evans in the number 88 Advanced Auto Parts Chevrolet. And that is a very slick looking scheme. You see right there. So he's going to come out here, he's going to, I presume that he was in trying to get his setup a little bit better than it was before, and he hits the wall. Okay. It could be that his setup is alright, just didn't corner very well. Let's see what kind of track we're working with here. Sawmill Speedway 2018. It is a 2-mile road course, and it is 11 turns, and trees are everywhere. Pit road speed is 35 miles per hour, and this road course is interesting because it actually hits. Oh, actually, never mind. I was going to say it actually hits like it would on a regular speedway, but then I realized that left is not right, so that is presumably the straightaway there, the front stretch. And there's one straightaway there. Very wavy around the turns. One giant turn here. I think actually they go this way. Never mind. Don't even listen to me. I don't know anything about this track, so but yeah, looks like a giant spaghetti noodle, but it should be a pretty fast spaghetti noodle. That. So there you have that. Aiden Fife, 53. David Alvarez has some damage on the right side and go. Okay. Kurt Scott's there. We're not going to go on board with him. Rob Evans. Actually, let's go on board with Rob Evans. Let's take a lap or two around with him as he makes his rounds through the turns, through the S's. A lot of uphill sections, it looks like, and we'll familiarize ourselves with the track as he goes around. He is in that corner very fast. There he comes around to the line, and we're going to go another lap around with him. And actually, I think I was correct. No, I wasn't. Okay, and he crashes. Yeah, you know what? It's fine. But he is at a 109.184. That is, I think, exactly 2 seconds better than his last run. And this is David Alvarez, you're on board with, number 68. I think, if I recall correctly, this is a tribute car to his grandfather. I believe that's what it is. That's a really interesting, like, aesthetic there. Having the road signs there, like, on the highway. You see right there? Interstate this is a custom track. This isn't, I don't think this is an actual speedway. But, very cool. I like it. It seems like these corners just are, they expect because it's a wide turn that you can just turn as, you can just go as fast as you want. But it does not seem to be that kind of track. You gotta really watch where you corner. Slides up there. Should be coming around here for the final turn. Coming up on this uphill section. Now it kind of sucked here going for fuel saving. Just a little too much juice going into there. Seems to be working out. Let's check out TZ2 while we look at the rest of the field. Sean Fay back out on the track, trying to get his time up. Fitzwater goes through the grass, trying to get past the 53. The 53 is blocking like there is no tomorrow. Battles are going to be this intense this whole time. They might be on here for a pretty good race. And Fitzwater is up to a 1:08.077. Still not as good as the top runners, but he's getting up there. If he can just get a good run here, he might actually prove that he has the car to beat today. And so was the case for the Watkins Glen race with the trucks. We saw that he had a pretty good truck there, but unfortunately, after some unfortunate circumstances, was knocked all the way back to, I think, the last position. But we'll see how he does in this road course with his first start in the Main NASCAR Series. Or at least I think it would be. Yeah. Rob Evans makes his rounds around the Evans. Oh my gosh. I meant to say S's, but I said the Evans. Wow. Oh. It's one of those days, ladies and gentlemen. Practice is about to unwind here. We're about 2 minutes away from the end of this practice session. David Alvarez still has, by far, the biggest lead by a wide margin. Look at this. This is a really stylish track. It'd probably kill my PC to run 42 cars here, but still pretty cool. You might just have to use this camera. This camera seems like a pretty good one. Well, Rob Evans is about to catch up to the 53 here. And it looks like everybody is within about 3 seconds of each other. So we might actually still have a pretty good race on hand here. Obviously, the 68 has seems to have the fastest car here. But we've seen where the fastest car might not always win. So anything could really happen here. And I think one of the things that trips up these drivers, you saw there, they actually dipped down going into the corner, and they could be carrying a lot of speed because of it. So that definitely could be a factor that is going on with these cars, why they aren't able to get into the turns as well as they should. Three cars out on the field right now. 4, actually. Oh, I might as well just shut up. There's Jonathan Fitzwater. He's trailing behind Kurt Scott right now. Let's go on board with him before the session ends. Gotta get in all the battling that they can. Let's see if Fitzwater can press a better time before the end of the session. He's got about a minute left. Oh, he got loose. Yeah, that's going to kill his time. track just seems to be shift sitting. Seems like they're trying to do the old Darlington technique. They go into the corner real deep. They go all the way up to the high side of the track and the corner down. Improve his time? No, he didn't. But Fitzwater did not either. 11 seconds remaining in this session. And we're just about ready for... Okay, 30... You know what? That's cool. Nothing like a cool drink before the qualifying session. And here we go. Qualifying is ready. We'll see who gets on the pole. We'll see if anybody actually does qualify. We've had one race so far I can recall where nobody decided to qualify. But we'll see what happens here. We got 5 minutes to get it done. And with these road courses, you only need to do 1 lap. Usually at tracks you have to do 2 laps. Which one of them is just your warm-up lap, and then the other one is like where it really matters. This one, you just get 1. And that's not really too bad because you have to do a lot of braking around here, and it's a pretty long track in of itself. So coming out of the pits, you're on the front stretch. You're pretty much doing your first lap once you come out of the pits. So it makes sense. But we won't be seeing any cars on the track, like always, because NR 2003 just wasn't meant for that capability. So we'll just watch the times as they roll in. But this should be a pretty fun race. Remember, after this race, just about an hour after this race finishes, head on over here once again for the Ace Hardware 150 at the Milwaukee Dirt Mile. For the Supreme All Dirt Slugfest. Hopefully that will be a spectacular one, as it has been for a lot of the dirt schedule. And then tomorrow, Sunday night, the Keystone Light Super Truck Series is at Bristol for the NRA night race. So be sure to watch Bristol under the lights with the truck series. That should be interesting because we haven't seen how these guys handle on a short track. So we'll see firsthand tomorrow. Hopefully everything goes well. And I think that we should be getting a pretty good audience here, as a lot of these guys are still in school and everything. And now that summer break is about to roll around, we should be having a bit more of an attendance to the races, so that should be fun. We got the first time coming in. That's Rob Evans with a 1:08, and Kurt Scott best that by 2 seconds, and then 1 second best by the 68. So those will be the final times. It looks like the 68, David Alvarez, will be your pole sitter, and the only one who hasn't qualified is the 05. And so he will start in last place. Kurt Scott gets 2nd place. Adam Harrington 3rd. And the 24 of Sean Fay 4th. Rob Evans 5th. And the 53 of Aiden Fife 6th. So it looks like it could be a very good race between 1st and 2nd right now, just looking at the times. This, of course, is their qualifying setup, but just looking at it, it might still be a pretty close battle between the first 3 or so positions. Should be a good race anyways. Hope you're all enjoying this broadcast. We'll be moving into happy hour here in just a couple of milliseconds. And by milliseconds, I mean 1 minute and 22 seconds. That's when we'll be doing our pre-race ceremonies. We'll get the invocation and the national anthem. We'll go to trackside for that. And then once that's over, about 2 minutes after that, we will be moving into the race. and I believe 58 laps around this track. This might actually be a pretty long one. Oh, let's see. We got 58 laps. They're turning about, and yeah. So we're gonna. This is probably gonna be an hour-long race, which isn't too this isn't too unusual for this series, but it's pretty long. Hopefully, there's some excitement throughout. "17 seconds away." Not much to say about this right now, other than we should be going trackside here just in a moment. We're gonna switch the camera over to where it is. You see speed limit 35. That's pretty cool. Parallel parking only. That's pretty nice. I actually really like this track. But here we go. We're in happy hour now, and now it's time to go trackside for the invocation and the national anthem and the pre-race ceremonies.
And now for the invocation.
Let's pray. Gracious God and Heavenly Father, we are so blessed to live in the greatest nation on the face of this earth. And the freedoms that we enjoy here are because of the men and women, both at home and abroad, in uniform, that are protecting them. We ask your hand of protection and your blessings upon them, as well as their families. For the drivers and the teams, the officials today, watch over them and keep them safe. And for all these fans, may today be a day full of great memories. Father, may your peace and your presence be with us all. It's in Christ's name I pray. Amen.
And now for the singing of our nation's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the great?
And there you have it, folks. Somebody just took off there. I don't know who that is, but they'll probably get a penalty. But anyways, happy hour pretty much concludes there. We have the invocation and national anthem said and sang. We're ready to get this race started. 1 minute and 37 seconds until the race starts. Man, everybody's having fun with the 05 forgetting. about the happy hour rule. If you're not familiar with it, cars are not allowed on the track during happy hour because it is for the pre-race ceremonies only, and alternatively referred to as a P-break, basically, for the drivers, because they don't really get to hear the Invocation and National Anthem, but there you go. We're ready to get this thing started. 50 seconds until happy hour is over. I frog got. Ribbit. But we're ready to get this thing started, like I said, and I think that it should be a pretty good race. Let's look at the point standings here real quick. Kurt Scott leads it by a pretty good margin, 680 over Sean Fay with 645. David Alvarez third with 535. Rob Evans fourth with 490. Fifth, Edwin Justice, 336. That's your top 5 in points. Here we go. We're about to get done with happy hour. It's doing its usual thing here where it says that it's 30 seconds remaining. But here we go. It keeps on doing this. I don't know why. But we should see the cars start to line up here just a quick second. There's
Drivers,
the pace car.
to your cars.
And they will be making a full lap around. And there are the cars right now as they run. The 68 David Alvarez will be starting here on the outside row. Technically the inside row coming around the final turn, but whatever. Quick stretch before we get this thing started. And now it is just about time for the most famous words in motorsports. So, let's listen.
Drivers, start your engines!
Have been fired. They'll be making their way around the track a couple of times, and then we'll get this thing started. One car blinking out of existence as the 53 of Aiden Fife. They're going to make one full rotation around this track. Let's look at our stats for today. The weather is cloudy at 10 degrees Fahrenheit. What a cold day this is. That might explain the grip issue. With winds south-southwest at 8 miles per hour. And we're going to have 58 laps here at Sawmill Speedway. Of course, yellow flags on, maybe a little more realistic, of course. 11-turn track. Trees are still everywhere, apparently. 2-mile road course. Pit road speed is 35. So there you go with that. David Alvarez, your pole sitter, along with Kurt Scott beside him. Should be a good one. Next week, Main NASCAR Series will be going to Michigan International, I think? I don't know exactly what it's called. Michigan Speedway, whatever. For the Pure Michigan 140. So be sure to tune into that just next week. Looks like there's a control tower up there. Might just be a cell tower. You see the cages there where all the spectators go. Sean Fay starting in fourth position. race car is off. Here we go.
Let's see what happens here, boys and girls. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go short track racing, boys!
Off the final corner, coming to lap 2. Kurt Scott takes the lead over from the 68 David Alvarez. And man, it almost looked like Alvarez hit the wall there going into turn 1. Don't think he did though. On board as he makes his way up to the back bumper. Kurt Scott tries to take his position back. Looks to the inside now. Like this will be a pretty competitive race between those two. Sean Fay moves up into the 3rd position. Adam Harrington 4th. Andy Fife 5th. Rubbin 6th. There he is back again. And Fitzwater back in 7th position. So 3-car battle here for 5th spot. Adam Harrington 4th. Sean Fay looks like he's going to try to join up with the battle for first place. Seems like this corner is giving a lot of drivers trouble. Oh, he got really high up there. Might rip it up the bottom for him. Looking at the wide angle shot here as they come down towards turn 1 once again. Looks to the outside. David Alvarez trying to make some sort of room. This is a pretty short road course, but still it takes about a minute for these guys to get around here each time. Oh, wow. Sean got really high up there through the corner. Gets into the grass. Oh, my goodness. Seems like these drivers just don't have too much experience here, and they just did not really get used to the track during that practice run. It was a 30-minute practice because we had to get in the dirt race tonight. That's why it's 30 minutes practice always. David Alvarez trying to find any sort of shortcut here to make a run up on the 15. Oh, he got a really good run there. Wasn't able to do much with it though. He's going to try to get a run here off the corner. He does, but not enough to get up alongside him. He's going to have to make it to the bottom here. Looks to the outside. Not enough. Can't do it. Oh, gets a good run there. Gets the inside lane advantage. He's going to have to cross him over here. Really though. No, he doesn't. Ooh, he almost did. I think he's going to get him right out here. Oh, man, that was almost bad. Wow, that is close. These guys are driving like it's no tomorrow. Maybe some contact there. It looks like they're going to try to go side by side here. And David Alvarez looks to the inside. He's at a disadvantage this corner, but he might not be this time. Looks down to the inside of Kurt Scott. On board with Kurt Scott here. Kurt's doing all he can. Just make good, clean corners. Here comes 68 down to the inside once again. But it's not enough. These guys are sliding through these corners. Look at, oh wow, David almost got into the 15 there. That seems to be an issue between them. I think he's going to try to find some way to just move him up out of the way. These guys are racing hard even though it's only the 5th lap. Dives down into the corner. Look at that drop off. I didn't even notice that. Looks like this racetrack was built on a mountain, which would kind of explain a lot of things, but up these long hills. Oh, wow. Wow, David carried in a lot of speed there. That did not pay off for him, though. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's going to try. Uh-oh. Something happened to Kurt Scott. No? Everything's wrong, it looks like. They both just slowed up all of a sudden. There's a car up there, I think. There's a slow car up ahead of... I don't know why. Oh, it's the caution. Oh, that... Alright, well, I don't know what the caution is for, exactly. If I had to take a guess, I would have to do something with the 53. Yes, it is. Let's look here, slow motion. 88's coming up here, Rob Evans. And looks pretty clean right here. Pretty clean. Oh, he's getting sideways here, though. You can see how that car is yawing out. 88, I think, is going to make contact. Yep, right there. This carried a lot of speed coming out of the corner. Got right into him. And he turned the 88 as well. The 88 up into the air as well. Oh, my goodness. Look here in real time. Wow. Oh, I thought he was going to hit some sort of wall. Let's look here. I don't know if that was on purpose, though. It didn't look like it, though. Cars coming down pit road now. Kurt Scott leads them down in. And the first car to come out on pit road is Kurt Scott. What was it? There's the line there. Actually, where is the end of the pit line? I don't know. Don't know what the 15 is doing there, but okay. David Alvarez has made it back with pace car. So it looks like David Alvarez and Kurt Scott got an end-of-the-line penalty for some reason. Well, they're back here now. So, new leader, Sean Fay, 24. Had a pretty good run yesterday in the NASCAR Classic Cup Series. Finished second at Coca-Cola Speedway. So, looking for a win today. He's had some pretty bad luck here in the Main NASCAR Series, but maybe he can get something done today. Here we go, coming down for the restart. Restart lap 8. He's already getting passed. Harrington moves up into the front spot. Oh, whoa! The 24 is around! Oh my goodness. I think the caution will come out. The 53 got up into the back of him. We'll see what happens here. If we can find a caution light. Yep, the caution will come out. Adam Harrington up in the front as they race back to the caution. These two back here are the ones to look out for. These guys are the dominant cars today. So we'll see if they can do this caution. And the caution flag is waving. And Adam Harrington brings him back around. He leads his first lap of the day. Sean looks to be retired. Also is Jonathan Fitzwater in the 05. Let's look from the rear. Sean Fay. 53 just carries in a lot of speed. And around he goes. Let's look half speed here as they go into the turn. Watch the 53. Yeah, that... I don't think his intention was to wreck him out, but he definitely did. His intention was to get around the 24, but remember, he's one of the slowest cars on the field right now. I think that he's just... The desperation factor should not come in right now at lap 8. That... I don't think that's excusable, really. Here it is in real time. Wow, that's really unfortunate. We have some cars going down pit road. That would be Kurt Scott and Adam Harrington. David Alvarez regains his lead. So David Alvarez in the 68, 2 wins so far in this season in the Main NASCAR Series. So he won race 2 and race 4. That would be at Texas and at Armory Digital. So looking to get his 3rd one. This would be a 2nd in a row if he won today, because he won last week at Armory Digital. And so now, trying to get a road course win. We'll see if it can get pulled off here. David Alvarez seems to have the car to beat right now. Kurt Scott seems to be a pretty good contender as well. So Adam Harrington and Kurt Scott have come back out. They will be in the 4th and 5th positions. The 53 is in 2nd place now. And if he is going to be that desperate with the 2nd place car, I wonder how desperate he will be with the leader. So that will be one to look out for. He caused problems in Armory Digital just last week. He was going a lap down and blocked the leaders to try to keep his lead, and he was about 15 miles per hour slower than everybody. And blocking at that speed against cars going at full speed is not a good combination. What ruined a couple of people's days, their chances to win. Let's hope that he learned his lesson today, and that he just keeps his car intact, keeps everybody else intact. So here we go, we're about to go back to green once again as they round the final corner. Coming down to get the restart. David Alvarez out in front, Aiden Fife 2nd place, Rob Evans 3rd. Green flag. Adam Harrington seemed to have got a really good restart there. Comes out in the 2nd position. Here comes Kurt Scott underneath of the 53. Gives her, oh wow, the 53, oh my goodness. The 53 has just ran hard into the 15. I don't know what in the world that was all about. I really have no idea what that was for. But David Alvarez still in the lead, and he's got the 20 of Adam Harrington trailing him behind. I don't know if that would be caution worthy. No, it isn't. But yeah, there is definitely some damage to that 15. I don't know what in the world happened. Let's look at what happened. The 53 is having some connection issues, it looks like. Let's see. All of a sudden, he just reappears. I don't know if that was even intentional or not. But unfortunately, still back in 3rd place right now, in front of the 88. So all is not completely lost, at least right now. But we got a 2-car battle up here for the lead. Adam Harrington seems to be losing the leader just a bit right now. So really, David Alvarez is running away with this. We're only on the 12th lap, and it's already been a pretty interesting race so far. Aiden Fife all the way back in 5th position, the last place currently. Rob Evans in 4th place, and Kurt Scott, who I assume is not exactly the happiest person right now after that bizarre wreck. He might still be okay though if he can get the repairs. If there's a caution here soon, might be able to make something happen. Well, David Alvarez currently in the point standings is 3rd place. This win would probably bump him up pretty far. Definitely more than Sean tonight, who unfortunately is retired and will have a 6th place finish. So about that, ladies and gentlemen. David Alvarez leading about 5 seconds ahead of Adam Harrington in the number 20. Through that long turn before they get to the line. Well, actually not before the line. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. David Alvarez making his rounds. Adam Harrington, pretty well so far. Qualified pretty far back. Actually, let's see where he qualified. I believe it was 5th? No, it was 3rd. And so, doing pretty good right now. He's in 2nd place. His car is set up pretty well. Might be able to get something done today. Would be a good finish for him. He had a pretty good finish in race 3, which I believe was, yes, Auto Club Speedway. And he won 2nd in that race. So his highest finish is 2nd. Another 2nd place finish would not be bad for him. He is 6th in the points. He's right outside the top 5. So we'll have to look out for that. Kurt Scott still in 3rd, waiting for some sort of caution to come out so he can get his damage repaired. The body is damaged on his car. It looks like all the internals are just fine. He just needs to get some repair for everything else. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's not helping his car in any way. David Alvarez out in front, still in the 7-11. That's a new paint scheme, new sponsor, 7-11 for the 68. Not a bad paint scheme, I have to say. Oh, he hit the wall. Oh, yeah, that was not very good. It's probably good news for Adam Harrington, though. Slowed him down just a bit. The more he hits those walls, the better chance that Adam has of catching up to him. You see the damage there on the left side. I'm sure Alvarez is hoping that it isn't enough to completely destroy the car. Wow, he gets really hot into that turn. It seems to work out for him, though. And I believe he will be extending his lead once again. Already 6 seconds ahead last lap. Probably 7 this time around. Yep. 6.5. Hitting the wall definitely was not helpful. Coming back around here. Kurt Scott, who was doing really good earlier, into the wall, and now he's trying to see if he can drill back to the 2nd position, take that over, and then be able to have a nice shootout at the end with David Alvarez. That's a very steep turn entry. The last turn is. And Adam Harrington comes through. Here comes Kurt Scott as well. We'll see what the intervals look like. Oh. He didn't, looks like the 68 wasn't able to widen the gap as much as he has been able to other laps. Only just about a 10th there that time. It's still pretty good, but and the 15 is still pretty stable at 12 seconds behind. Those guys just need a caution of some sort. We can see the 53 seconds behind. He might be getting passed here pretty soon in the near future. That is a very deep hill. So, David Alvarez on in front, Adam Harrington second, Kurt Scott third, Rob Evans fourth, and Andy Pike fifth. Oh, and look who's behind there. See if we can see him. It's David Alvarez. Now, closed up one, the 53. It's the long carousel. Into the S's. Stay on board here with David Alvarez as he makes his way through the turns. Showcase just how beautiful this track is and the wildlife. Well, maybe not the wildlife, but just the nature of it. Built on a steep hill. Steep mountain, I should say. He has caught up to the 53 now. Now the question is will a repeat of what happened last week happen again? The 53 just disappeared for no reason. The 53 is in the grass. That is not helping him out whatsoever. So we'll see how this pass goes. It goes well. It's a clean pass. Well, that was good. So David Alvarez puts the 53 down one lap. Adam Harrington still all the way back there in second position. 7, now probably 8 seconds behind. And Kurt Scott is slowly, steadily moving backwards as well. Rob Evans probably about half a minute behind the leader. As David Alvarez completes lap 20, moving into lap 21. You have just under 30 laps remaining in this race. Oh, and you saw back there, you saw the 20. Oh, and the 68 hit the wall hard there. Wow. He definitely hit that wall hard. And you can see the damage to prove it, that he did smack that wall pretty hard. Watch here. That was pretty hard. That was pretty rough. And I'll tell you what, that's just good news for the 20. He has damage on the left side, too. I don't think there's a car out here that doesn't have any sort of damage. And so Adam Harrington stays through. Let's see. Nope. It's almost about 9 seconds behind. I don't think that contact with the wall really helped him out any. David Alvarez just going to probably just take it steady here. Make sure something doesn't happen again. And again, I want to remind everybody that after about an hour after this race ends, you want to come back over here for the Ace Hardware 150 at the Milwaukee Dirt Mile for the Supreme All Dirt Slugfest, and then it's the Keystone Light Super Truck Series at Bristol under the lights for the NRA Night Race. So be sure to tune into that. Also next week at the beginning of this R&R cycle, the Autism Speaks 200 at Dover will commence, and then just a week after today will be the Main NASCAR Series at Michigan for the Pure Michigan 140. And just because we want to be content, after that race, we'll have the Supreme Dirt Slugfest again at Knoxville Speedway for the Iowa 135. And then, rounding out that race weekend, we will have the Rattlesnake 400 at Texas for the trucks. But right now, you are watching the NASCAR 114 running at Sawmill Speedway, the 2-mile, 11-turn road course. The field is quite spread out now. The only thing really left to wonder is when our pit cycle is going to come through. '53 has damage on the left side. Here comes Kurt Scott up on the 53. Hopefully no hard feelings here. Comes up around him. He's able to pass through. Rob Evans does not look like he has much damage to his car. No damage there. Any on the right side? No. It looks like he's the only guy out here who does not have any sort of damage. That was probably the slowest that David Alvarez has taken a turn so far today. And now moves up into the S's. Another wide turn here. Not exactly hairpin. Another group of S's. And down into the dip. Makes his turn. Comes off for turn 11. Completes another lap. Kind of surprised that this track does not have a bus stop chicane. That'd be pretty interesting. And somewhere around here. Up the track he goes. This has been a corner that has produced a lot of problems for most. Seems like he got through pretty well there. Adam Harrington trying to rally his way back up to the front. Fortunately, he's been slowly slipping behind. But a good position to be in right now. Better than some. Kurt Scott, one of the cars that really did well early on. Now, ooh, almost got into the wall there. Came close. We're trying to share some information with David Alvarez. There's the wall. There's David Alvarez in the 68. Doing very well so far. He could have a 2 back-to-back finish here. He won last week at Armory Digital. And now he's looking to do it again. We could have the same 1-2 if something happens to Adam Harrington. That allows Kurt Scott to move up into the second place. Will be the second weekend in a row in the Main NASCAR Series that Kurt Scott would get second place. Well, we should be seeing some green flag pit stops happen here shortly. I'm not exactly sure when. The 88, I think, is down on pit road. Yes, Rob Evans down pit road. He goes a lap down because of it. The 20 seems to be hanging pretty tight there, 9 seconds back. Not sure if the 68 is just trying to save his stuff right now, possibly. I'll tell you what, Kurt Scott slipping back even more. Oh, that's probably why. Oh no, he's in. Well, Kurt Scott is going to be pitting apparently next time around. David Alvarez still on front. Wonder how long he's going to extend this lead. He's going to need as much of an extension as he can. Pitting under green at road courses can be pretty dodgy. If I were him right now, I'd probably just stay out for as long as I possibly can, let everybody go a lap down, and then I'd go in. Then I'd have a chance to keep my position. Oh, he got into the wall again! Yeah, he definitely needs to go to pit, like you're saying. Because that's not helping him whatsoever. If he waits too long, his fuel could run out. His tires could blow out. Who knows? While we're at it, let's just take a couple of ganders with the 20 of Adam Harrington. Hang out with him. And Kurt Scott is actually on pit road now. We'll look at this, and he's off. But Adam Harrington. And he goes down pit road as well. Let's watch his he goes to pit. Not really a good camera angle for this, but there we go. And Adam might be going a lap down this time around. I completely forgot to mention the 24. With that accident, the bad luck for him just continues. Right now, he is second in the point standings for consistency. But man, this is not a very good race day for him, which is pretty sad. Adam Harrington is off. He might be going a lap down here soon. Oh, there goes David Alvarez down pit road. And that's a pretty good thing for the 15 Kurt Scott. I think. Didn't he go down pit road? I don't think he did, actually. Never mind. There's Adam Harrington there. Still in second place on the board. David Alvarez goes down into his pit box, having a little bit of trouble getting it initiated. And it looks like that Rob Evans might actually get his lap back here. Actually, I don't think this is the right end of the speedway. No, it isn't. Looks like he'll stay along there. David Alvarez is back out on the track. Oh man, the 53 might go a lap down again. So yes, the 68 is back on the leaderboard. Second and third are right next to each other though. So this is going to be a battle for second place. This might just be what Kurt wanted. But I don't think he's gone down pit road just yet. I think he does. I don't know. The damage isn't repaired, so this car is still working. It looks like all of the damage is just cosmetic. This isn't a very aero-loaded track, so it might just be fine for him. We'll watch this battle as it goes on. Try and get up to the back and try to go sideways a little bit. Through the S's. This deep turn. Whoa, 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 hey. Kind of pinched him down there. Now he's going to do the crossover. side by side. And Kurt gets second place there. And now he's going to try to solidify it, and he does. Kurt Scott back to second place. Oh, but maybe not for long. The 20 still wants it. Let's see if Adam can do something here. He moves down to the inside. Oh, what a run. What a run by Kurt there. That's a little bit of a run here as well. They seem to be clipping the grass there. So he's going to try to get as good of a corner as possible. Doesn't look like Adam can really compete. It's Kurt Scott through to second place. Off of corner number 4. Kurt Scott keeps it. Oh! He's up in the grassy bit. Let's see what happened here. He just carried a little too much momentum, I guess. But the 53 is one lap down. Rob Evans, somehow, is not. And he is slowed down. What is going on? I believe he's a lap down. I don't know what's going on with the scoreboard. I want to see what happened up here, though, because he just slowed down. I think he just came out of the pits or something. It's just weird being that slow. Adam is still trying to get up to the back end of Kurt Scott. Like he's going through the grass to try to get some sort of extra speed. Might be all you can really count on. So it's a pretty good battle for second place right now. I'm going to stay on board for that a little bit. David Alvarez still keeps his lead. They're coming up on lap traffic. Yep, so Rob Evans is actually in 5th place now. They're trying to stay out of the way. So right now the battle for second still rages on. The 20 trying to find some sort of room. Oh, wow, he gets really into the grass there. It doesn't seem to be helping him out too much, though. The 15, Kurt Scott, he seems to just have this racetrack figured out. 20 really drove it into that corner, couldn't do it. And all the while, David Alvarez continues leading. Kurt Scott got pretty high up there. Doesn't look like it mattered too much. I don't know exactly what the 20 can do at this point. He's just going to rely on that 15 to make a mistake and capitalize on it. Any way he can. Ooh, he drove it in hard. That didn't do too much for him out there. He seems to be getting off the corners a little bit better than Scott, though. That might be something he can use to his advantage. Looks like Kurt got off the corner better there. Looks like Adam's good in some corners. Oh, Kurt got into the wall. This just might be what he needed. Oh, don't go to the outside. Let him lose it. Comes right back to the start. driving the wheels off those cars. Trying to look down to the side. Whoa! Oh, he is there. The 20 is there. Adam is back. The 15 did something wrong there. Oh, wow. The 20 drove it into the corner, and now the 15 is going to try to do the crossover. Side by side. Adam sticks it to the second position. Can he keep it, though? Now it's his job to keep the 15 at bay. Oh, and they're going to go side by side once again. Whoa! And back to second, Kurt Scott. Adam's not going to give up, though. As he shouldn't. Got the spectator shot here. The 20 is even. He's going to look to the inside. He makes a little contact. Moves him up. Not enough. Kurt Scott keeps it up there. The 20 fires it into turn 1. And he's going to have it. Oh, they made contact. Oh, and they're still side by side. They save it. Both of them do. Adam Harrington gets the best out of that move. And they keep on going. Wow, that was incredible. Now, oh, but the 15's going to fight back. Even with this damage, Kurt Scott is still competitive. We're coming up to the end of this race. This is when it really matters. Now he's back window right now, just thinking, oh, he got up into the grass and into the wall. That might have just been the battle there. That might have been just what ended it. Kurt Scott out in front. Does Adam have anything to fire back with? He tries to go into turn 1 here. The car doesn't look too good. Wow. Oh, and Kurt Scott moved. Oh, he hit the wall too. Oh my goodness. Now Adam has another opportunity. Can he get up there though? Was it hard enough of a hit to slow him down? He seems to still be as far back as he was before, maybe even more. He's gonna try though. What an incredible race they've had so far. 15 slides up there just a bit. Drives it into the final turn. But all the while, David Alvarez just continues extending his lead. Moving up into the first corner here. The 20 is slipping back. Tell you what, that time they actually gained on Alvarez. Not sure if something happened to David. Doesn't look like it. Adams just seems to be slipping back. I think that's just what killed him there. Getting up into the wall. So Kurt Scott back up into second place now. And Rob Evans apparently disconnected and now he's back. Don't know if he'll be able to keep on going. We'll Will the 88 come back out? There he is. He still has the damage from before. Kurt Scott. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I think he's come back. Adam Harrington has made a comeback. He's there. Now he's just gonna have to get closer. He's gonna rely on that 15 making up a mistake there. Oh. Actually, both of them got really high that turn. It's not very good for both of them. It's one of the most exhilarating battles that we've seen today. Aside from the battle for the lead, the early going. Oh, Kurt got really high up there. Didn't hit the wall though. And it's weird, he's running a different line than Adam, yet he's still able to stay just as far in front of him as he would driving any other way. So either Adam's not doing something, or Kurt just has some incredible car. Might just be both. Drives in hard. Oh, you heard that tire squeak. It seems like this is Adam's best corner. He's able to make up so much time on that end of the speedway, and then he just is about even with Kurt up through here. Oh, and Kurt hit the wall again. That's another thing that's contributing to him getting closer up there. The 15 is tightening up. He's not able to corner as well as he could. Looked like he got into the grass there a little bit as well. Now we're coming back in here. Adam is there. He is right there. He is going to make a move. Not able to do it there. Looks to the inside. Got second place at Auto Club just 2 weeks ago. Now trying to get another second place finish here today. And if by some chance, possibly the win. Now watch, the 20's going to make up a lot of time here. He's going to drive it into turn 1. Didn't do it that time. He's still keeping up. This is one of Kurt's worst turns. It's into the wall a lot. Slides up the track once again. Avoids hitting it, but it allows the 20 to pull up. Very rough patch through there. Oh, he hits the wall again! Oh my goodness! Now they're side by side once again. The 20's at a disadvantage that corner, but he's at an advantage this one. And Adam regains second place. Here comes the... Oh, no, he turned him! He turned him around! I think he avoided hitting the wall there, but that might be a caution. I'm not sure. No, it wasn't. They stay green. The 15 of Kurt Scott gets underneath the 20. And that will pretty much end that battle for good. And Kurt Scott keeps his second place. Look at all the way back there still. He still has a chance. He still has a chance to make up some ground. He's 3 seconds back, but this is one of his best corners. If he can just make this corner as good as he's been able to, he still might be able to get back up there. Looks like it was a netcode issue with the 15. This is an incredible battle for second place. Probably one of the best battles we've seen this whole season. The Main NASCAR Series. And Adam is still closing in, it looks like. Getting on board here. He's definitely got the car to get up there. Nobody's been able to contend with the 68, but right now, it's the battle for second. That will be the deciding factor. The only way for this order to change up any other way. I don't believe that they're going to be a lap down by the end of this. But my goodness, these guys are just driving to their heart's content. You see, he made up 2 seconds. He made up 1 second there, and he hits the wall again. Kurt Scott into the wall again. That is not doing him good. Let's see. Now the 20 has even more of an advantage on him. The more he hits the wall, the worse his car performs. That just might be the key for Adam to get second place. Now the Springfield Dirt Slugfest was supposed to start at around 8:45. That's when the stream was going to start. Because of this, we might have it cut a bit short. Not sure, but it's 7:42 p.m. as of this recording. Oh my goodness! Wow, the 15 really messed up turn 1, and that was just enough. Looking on board. That 20 is going to drive it in hard. He's going to. Let's see. There might be some retaliation as well. It's hard to tell. Kurt Scott trying to go second place for the 2nd time in a row. Right up on the back bumper. Oh, he gets a little high up through the corner. That's going to let him get side by side. Side by side through the S's, and the 20 is through. Adam Harrington back to second place. And so now, it is Adam Harrington. Oh! But the 15 of Kurt Scott goes down pit road. So Adam Harrington will keep his second place position, but I wonder if anybody else will have to pit. Maybe that was just precautionary for Kurt Scott. Who knows? There's Rob Evans. Looks like he's still got a lot of damage to the left side, as does pretty much everybody else. Adam Harrington keeps his second place. By 2 laps down. David Alvarez just continues to dominate. David Alvarez has had 2 wins this season. He won at Texas, and he won at Armory Digital just last week. And now, going for his 3rd win of his career in the Main NASCAR Series, and the 3rd win of this season. Kurt Scott, I believe, will be going 1 lap down. And the 53 got up into the wall there, you saw. It looks as though the 15 will be going a lap down. Adam Harrington, it's pretty much up to him. If something happens to the 68, he'll be able to inherit the lead. Back to David Alvarez, you see the 15 all the way back there. Don't think that will be much of a factor. Coming to 11 laps to go this time. '68 gets pretty high up there through the corner. After an incredible 10 to 15 lap battle between Kurt Scott and Adam Harrington, it's pretty much come to an end. Ooh, 68 got really high up there. Might just be his technique. I think the 15 is gaining up on the 68 right now, but I try to take his lap back. There's really much of a point in that. Looks like David is actually going to be pitting this time around. Well, that will be very interesting. Yep, there he goes. well, now, unless Adam is down there pitting as well, so it looks like David Alvarez will keep his lead. Very interesting race today. Adam Harrington back out. Will Adam become... I don't know. I was going to ask if Adam could come back around past David, but I don't think it will matter. He's just going to get a good splash of fuel, some repairs. He's off and away. Rob Evans in the number 88. He will, I think, not be a lap down. No, he will. Okay. Adam Harrington will still, and Kurt Scott is back in the second position somehow. I want to say that that's not correct. Yeah, I don't think that will be correct. Unless, actually, maybe yeah. Wow, I did not expect that. Oh, and Kurt Scott got into the wall again. And so now it's pretty much 3 cars that will be on the lead lap at the end of this race. Coming to 9 laps remaining. As David Alvarez passes around. 88 will go 2 laps down, it looks like, or maybe it will just be 1 lap down still. Looks to still be 1 lap down. Kurt Scott, 2nd place, Adam Harrington, 3rd. Nowhere near each other on the track. So it looks like whatever battle could happen between those two is pretty much dead and gone. Well, 33 seconds separates first from third. I don't think much will come out of that unless something happens to David. This is his race. After oh! Wow, I thought he was going to lose it. But he's good. David Alvarez. Usually having Coca-Cola as a sponsor, got a new one, 7-Eleven for this race, possibly for more races during the season. We might just barely be able to start up practice for the dirt here in just a few minutes. It is 7:49 right now. This race has gone on for an hour, 6 minutes. And will probably end around maybe 7 minutes from now. So it looks like the first and second positions from last week will be repeated this week. David Alvarez and Kurt Scott were 1-2 last week. Adam Harrington with that 3rd place finish will definitely bump him up into points. Probably, most likely, up above 5th place. Edwin Justice, who was not able to come out today. So this is pretty much one of the most dominant drivers out here in the Main NASCAR Series, David Alvarez. About to get his 3rd win of the season, unless something happens. Kurt Scott has also been a big factor. He's also been a pretty big factor in the NASCAR Classic Cup Series. Kurt Scott with 2 wins in that series. Travis Rowland, who does not race in the Main NASCAR Series. Has 2 wins in the NASCAR Classic Cup Series as well. Well, so we got 6 laps to go, and pretty much at this point, there's not much to say. Aiden Fife in the 53 going down pit road. I feel like I've been saying Andy Fife for most of this. If I have, I'm sorry. Kurt Scott actually gaining on the leader, but won't be enough for the end. Let's take a lap around with Kurt Scott. That terrible. Did not make. Did not want this to run. This is going to be stock. Next 2018. Caution. Caution is out. It was actually the 53. Something happened to him. Oh my goodness. This might. Uh-oh. Wait, we need to see this. So let's see what happened here. So going down into turn 1. He's just gonna lose it. No, he just carried way too much speed in. And into the tire barrier. Head on. Oh my goodness. This just might have saved this race. Oh my goodness. This is the one thing David did not want to see. This is something that he would have been so fine with this race just going on as it was, and now here he is. He's gonna have to stay out. There's no way that he can go in. The other 2 cars are coming down. Kurt Scott and Adam Harrington. The lap down car of Rob Evans will not really be a factor here. David Alvarez. I don't know if I want to say sitting duck right now. He probably isn't. He's going to have to do some serious blocking here if he's going to keep this. This is going to be a 2-lap shootout, I think. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. This might be a 2 or 3 lap shootout. I don't think 68 has no 4th gear. Uh-oh. Oh, he might not actually. This changes everything. Here I was thinking, man, he's pretty much got this in the bag. Nothing can really happen at this point. Something happened to the 53. I still have no idea. But he is not on track. Well, he's in pit road, but I'm sure that damage cannot be repaired. Oh my goodness. I can only imagine. Guys, this is going to be a 3-car battle for the win. Oh, this is going to be fun. I can just imagine how hard Kurt Scott is laughing right now. Or at least how hard he laughed when the caution came out. This is the best chance that those 2 back there, Kurt Scott and Adam Harrington, have had to winning this race. And now they have it. This could be the best battle we've seen in Main NASCAR Series for quite some time. Probably ever. So, Aiden Fife wrecks out. And we are 1 lap away from getting the magic green flag. Here we go. Pace car rolls off. Here we go. This is it. The final shootout for the win as they come down. Green flag is out. This is it. They passed the 88. Now it's a battle for second place. David Alvarez now has it in his position. And he's got to keep it. 15 of Kurt Scott moves up into second place. It's still a battle for second. And now 15 Kurt Scott is going to have to do everything he can to get around the 68. We'll be coming up to 3 laps to go this time. Whoa! Sends it hard into the corner. Oh, and he gets into the wall. He was not able to make it stick. And David Alvarez keeps the lead once again. Now it's up to Adam Harrington to make something happen here. Wow, what a corner. I don't know what in the world he did there. Or at least why he did that. 3 laps to go. The 15 still has some juice left. And now Harrington moves down to the inside. Look, whoa! Kurt Scott. And the crossover move. Adam looks down to the inside. Battle for second place as they come down to a right-hander. Whoa! Look out! Oh, and into the wall! There's still... Oh, and he wrecks him out once again. And Adam Harrington, through all of that, moves back up to the lead, and around he goes! Oh my goodness, David Alvarez wrecks him out. What in the world happened? And now it's the 20. Adam Harrington, the only one out here right now who actually has a chance of getting back around David Alvarez. I don't know what in the world that was. We'll have to look at that at the end of this race. But we're coming up to 2 laps to go. David is going to have to be picture perfect these last few laps. And the caution is out. That might be the race. That just might be the race, ladies and gentlemen. I think it will be. It will be the race. David Alvarez has won the NASCAR Thunder 114 at Sawmill Speedway. What a bizarre ending. We gotta look at that again. That was... Watch Kurt Scott. He sends it right down into the inside of the 20. And he's gonna make it stick. Sort of. He slides up in front of him. Half speed here. 20 is on his outside. He's trying to move him up, trying to keep him behind. And the 15 is going to drive it hard through the grass. Gets into the side of the 68, runs him up into the wall. And then David comes right back and spins him out. And through all of that, Adam is able to keep his position. Now watch what happens here. The 68 drives it hard and gets into the back of the 20. I don't know what that last part was about. Oh my goodness, this might just be the... So David Alvarez will be winning this race in a remarkable last lap. Well, technically last lap, pretty much. Remarkable lap there. I don't know what in the... Between turn 1 and turn 2... So lights will go out on the pace car. No, it won't. Last lap. And David Alvarez just won this race. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. I just realized. The 88 is not a lap down. Rob Evans in the 88, after all this time just hanging back, will get a 3rd place finish. Under caution. with no laps down. Wow. That means Kurt Scott's going to get a 4th place finish. Wow, I didn't even consider that. This is just a whacked out race. I don't understand how all this happened. I don't think we'll ever be able to understand what just happened, but David Alvarez, he could care less. He just got this race won. That last caution before this one, that was the telltale sign that we're going to get a very good finish. I didn't expect it to be clean, but I didn't expect it to be like this. That was a full-out battle royale. I don't know. David Alvarez says he wasn't thinking when he got wrecked out by Kurt. Kurt's actions were not justified, but I don't even know if David's actions were justified wrecking into the 20 like that. But Adam, I don't think he can really be upset. He's got a 2nd place finish. That will definitely put him up into the top 5 for this race. Rob Evans, who right now is in 4th place in the point standings, will most likely get a bump up to 3rd, because Sean Fay, with this 6th place finish, will be dropping back. Well, what can you say about this race? We had a rookie that retired early on. 7th place finish for him. Accident with the 24 and 53 early on. Kept Sean out of the race. 53, causing problems all the way up until the end. Well, not necessarily causing all the problems, but wrecked out in the end, caused that great restart. And now coming down, David Alvarez will win his 3rd career win in the Main NASCAR Series. The third win, and oh my goodness, what a run it has been. So there you have it, folks. The race is complete. I still have no idea what happened. Well, that's pretty much the end of that. So, let's look at your final standings here. David Alvarez first in the number 68 after that bizarre ending. Adam Harrington comes out 2nd. Rob Evans 3rd. Somehow, I really have no idea how that happened. And Kurt Scott comes out 4th. And the other 3 were involved in accidents or just straight up retired. That'd be Aiden Fife in the 53 in 5th place. Sean Fay in 6th place in the number 24 after so much bad luck. It just continues today. And Jonathan Fitzwater, the rookie, comes out 7th, last place in the 0-5. And there you have it, folks. Be sure to tune in around 8:45 for the running of, let me find it here, the Ace Hardware 150 at the Milwaukee Dirt Mile. So, this is Jimmy Powell from Rubbin and Racin Motorsports, your main commentator, signing off saying good night for at least now. Until around 8:45. Then we'll have Sean Fay up here in the booth, and we'll be doing the Supreme All Dirt Slugfest tonight. See you until then, everybody.